So, Steve King with you once again. What I'm going to discuss now is PTSD and the major differences between trauma and shock. This too is excerpted from my book Rapid Recovery, Accelerated Information Processing and Healing. Now, Claire Winston in Insights magazine, which was put out by BC Association of Clinical Counselors, spoke about the pre- and perinatal shock, considerations for psychotherapy. She stated that shock has the ability to obstruct our access to some of the deepest aspects of the self, resulting in difficulties with intimacy, self-esteem, connection to one's sense of purpose and meaning, and spirituality. Shock is stored in the body and reactivated by events in daily life until it is resolved. It is mediated by unconscious rather than conscious aspects of the personality. Unlike trauma, it is activated not only by stimuli resembling the original trauma, but also by many apparently unrelated triggers. Where trauma maximizes and hones physiological functioning, shock minimizes and impairs physiological functioning. Trauma still allows intimacy, while shock blocks intimacy. Dr. Charles Emerson's work in explicating the differences between shock and trauma has made it clear that, along with appropriate psychotherapy protocols for treating shock, the physiological shock response requires treatment, or it keeps the individual in a constant state of red alert that eventually leads to adrenal fatigue and finally adrenal exhaustion. Traumatized individuals have had some sense of control and efficacy while their traumatization is in process. Fight or flight are successful to some degree in defending against or ameliorating the effects of the traumatizing agents. In shock, neither fight nor flight is successful. Overwhelm is what separates shock from trauma. Helplessness and hopelessness, in fact. Shock will have major impact on both the psychological and physiological levels, including hormonal production, such as adrenals and thyroid. Being in the aforementioned state of red alert or hypervigilance over an extended period of time can have a devastating effect on the adrenals and lead to a state which is now commonly referred to as chronic fatigue. Dr. Emerson has also broken down shock into classifications of commission, the event, or omission, the need. There can be a single incident events such as abortion attempt, an epidural, a C-section, physical or sexual abuse, sudden loss, etc., or multiple incidents of not having basic needs met, i.e. neglect, indifference, a lack of touch or comfort. Damage of this sort will often make it difficult for a person to take in love and compassion when it may be healthily available to them. A distrusting belief system can govern a lifetime of unhealthy relationships and potentially self-sabotaging actions. If you wish to work on processing shock or trauma, then might I recommend my online Udemy course. That's U-D-E-M-Y. The name of that course, PTSD, Cleaning and Clearing Shock and Trauma. And possibly my companion book by the same name, which is available on Amazon or via my website at www.steve-king.ca. Thanks very much.